Hi, everybody. Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, is here, and happy National Leon Day. What is Leon Day? Well, Leon Day is exactly the halfway mark to Christmas. Yes, it is June 25th. Christmas time is not almost here, but we are halfway to Christmas. Maybe you're breaking out the Mariah Carey already, but they say if you're a crafter, today is the day that you start working on those gifts because you got 6 months to be ready for December. So, for day 31 of Oscar Rewind 2024 edition, we are looking at a Christmas movie. For those joining today for the first time, welcome. And really quick, Oscar Rewind is my bi weekly series of videos where I revisit the films that reflect the earlier work of this past year's Oscar winners and nominees. My hope is that you will discover a new, older favorite or revisit something you haven't seen in a while. I'll be discussing the awards history for the film, the box office information, the critical response, and as always, the reviews are spoiler free. So, I'm here in my Christmas shirt to discuss our Christmas movie. Today, I'm looking at Paramount Pictures' 2016 Christmas comedy, Office Christmas Party. Released in December of 2016, Office Christmas Party was written by Justin Malin, Laura Solon, and Dan Mazer, based on a story by John Lucas, Scott Moore, and Timothy Dowling, and directed by the team of Josh Gordon and Will Speck. Seem like a lot of people? We're going to get into that. The film had a reported budget of $45 million and, according to Box Office Mojo, ended its theatrical run with a total worldwide box office take of $114,501,299, with $54,767,494 domestically and $59,733,805 internationally. Now, however, while the money was there, according to Rotten Tomatoes, this film was not that well received by the audience or the critics. Now, as of this recording and posting, which is both happening on June 25th, the film has a 40% critical rating based on 186 reviews and a 41% audience score based on over 10,000 ratings. So, why does this critically failed, fairly profitable film land on Oscar Rewind? It is for one of the supporting performances. And in this cast of all stars, the one that I am singling out is Miss Davine Joy Randolph. Office Christmas Party marked this year's Oscar winner for Best Supporting Actress in one of her earliest feature film roles, in the role of stern but wisecracking and, for the party, very well dressed security guards, Carla. As for awards recognition, well, no Oscar or other major nods for this one, but there was a nomination for the Golden Trailer Awards for Best Comedy Trailer, and a sole win from the Alliance of Women Film Journalists, and that was for another member of this film's large ensemble, the ever beloved Jennifer Aniston, who won the EDA Special Mention Award for Actress Most in Need of a New Agent. Yeah. And that's where the awards season for this film ends. But before I get into all of that, let's talk a little bit, a summary for you. Office Christmas Party takes place at the Chicago branch of Xenotech, a tech company that is being run by branch manager Clay, played by TJ Miller. A generous, if not altogether, individual, Clay wants his employees to enjoy their jobs, but this is not always the case. And to make matters worse, the company's interim CEO and Clay's sister, Carol, played by Jennifer Aniston, she who was apparently in need of a new agent at the time, who has a bone to pick with Clay due to the ever stereotypical sibling rivalry and feeling that he is ill equipped for the job he has, but because dad liked him more than her, he gets this. And all she wants to do is move from interim CEO to main CEO now that tragically their father has passed away, but she needs to prove her mettle. And as a means of this, and also because Clay's branch has not met its quarter goals, she has decided to make cuts and lay off a large percentage of the staff, which this comes as a big blow to Chief Technology Officer Josh, played by Jason Bateman, and the chief of research and development, Tracy, played by Olivia Munn, who believe they can make things work. Yes, they can. And in a last ditch effort to placate Carol, who gives them until the end of the quarter, which is in 2 days, to make money, figure it out. And Clay, Josh, and Tracy tell her they have a meeting to woo financial giant Walter Davis, played by Courtney B. Vance. And Carol says, fine, land him, I won't make the cuts. Davis is a man who values corporate environments and has doubts about Xenotech's intentions, and their plans. But Clay says, wait, hold on a second there. Let me show you how we are. We are family centered. Why don't you come to our Christmas party? And Davis agrees. And so then we will follow a very rapidly planned and thrown together and albeit eventually out of control office Christmas party to see if Clay and team can save everything. And with some challenges like drugs and prostitution and pimps and upright HR department. Hi, Kate McKinnon. And inappropriate advances that even for 2016 didn't fully fly and don't age well now. We will see this bacchanal roll out and see if Carla, the aforementioned Randolph, can keep some control. Okay, so if that sounds like a lot, it is. This is a film that isn't quite sure what it wants to be. I mean, in some ways, it veers into like the absurdity of a National Lampoon film or over the top antics like we've seen of these parties in like Neighbors or Mean Girls. And yet, then there are these more mellow romantic moments that it tries to play with the idea of couples in meet cutes or finally seeing that other person. So, there's the rom com element that's, a little more grounded. And then we have some of the, drug and crime fueled comedy that's kind of along the lines of a Pineapple Express. Could it be that three people coming up with a story that's then written by three different people and everyone had an idea and threw it in and then gave it to two other directors, and so eight people said, yeah, let's mash it all in there, no idea is bad, and in 105 minutes, or about 111 if you see the unrated cut, which is what I did before I came to talk about this, we can get that done, right? Sadly not fully the case. There's a lot of premise and a hugely talented cast that includes all of the aforementioned people. Plus, let's add to that Randall Park, Jillian Bell, Rob Cordray, Vanessa Bayer, Sam Richardson, and Karan Soni, that is trying to do so much that everything gets rushed and resolved, but may leaving those watching it as amped up as some of the drugs that fly out of the snow machine in a very comical scene. And that will lead one of the actors I have mentioned to give a much livelier performance than one may have expected. Look, it's a good premise and it introduces the ideas of how, corporate works with how a corporation works with some of their companies. It's very prescient and clear here, but the off the rails comedy is killing the point that the film is trying to make. Perhaps if we had honed in on maybe two or three of the seven or so subplots we get that focused on fighting back against corporate greed or corporate control, we may have had a more cohesive film to watch as Clay and team try to, go after the big guns with Jennifer Aniston. All this aside, on the plus side, I do want to say kudos to Andrew Laws for the production design and the set decoration team of Daniel B. Clancy, Tanya Deshita, and Jen Sandell. You can clearly see they had a fun time creating this space with some very interesting props. And also the editing abilities by Jeff Groth and Evan Henke to put this whole big holiday mashup into some attempted form of cohesion. Nice work. And on the performance side, it is worth saying that Randolph, even though doesn't have too much to do, she does shine and especially soars when she's able to do drive back and forth banter with Bateman, something that he's, especially known for. And also it's unfortunate. And, you know, some of the jokes are a little bit of eye rollers, but Kate McKinnon is always a delight and has some very interesting bon mots and non sequiturs thrown in. as the HR rep. In all, I will place on my Christmas wish list for this season a slightly more solid Christmas party film, or maybe revisit this one, which, look, isn't awful, but for everything that it is, and unfortunately for everything that it isn't, for me is only a 2-star film. However, you may feel differently. So, if you are going to enjoy National Leon Day or put together your Christmas in July watch list, pull out your holiday wear, get going on your crafting. Unfortunately, Office Christmas Party, as of this posting, is not streaming anywhere. Maybe come December it will be if you want to wait. Otherwise, you can rent it for a very low digital rental price at almost any digital retailer. Maybe because it's a Paramount film, Paramount Plus will drop it closer to the holidays. So, that's what I have for you today. Happy half Christmas, everybody. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click the button, subscribe to the channel, spread the word. You can follow me on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd, and you can check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for additional exclusive print movie reviews. Happy watching, everyone, and until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.